Yeah, of course, there's a lot of hype, a lot of talk, and there's things can be said from each side, and maybe it's a bit of hype too. But ultimately, these two guys have just got to fight.
Danny Gathone here for Pro Boxing Fans. We're in Sheffield. We've just had the GBM show tonight, and it's a pleasure for the first time in 2024 to be joined by Adam Smith. Adam, as I said to you off camera, it's good to see you back. Obviously, I was at the show, so haven't had a chance to listen to the commentary. How was it being back behind the mic? Any ring rust?
I just enjoyed it. I love it. I've always loved commentating. I think of the different jobs I had at Sky and the great journey and the amazing opportunities. I think fundamentally commentary is what I love. It's what I'm passionate about. I love sports women, sports men. I'm in awe of them in every sport. I think because I can't do anything, I can't do that, and I've always loved watching and looking up to them, and I respect every fighter, from 4-round level to elite world. So yeah, it was really nice that Izzy asked me to come along. I've heard the shows were bright and different and very atmospheric, and I've absolutely loved tonight. I think the production has been first class. I think the operation is terrific. It's lovely to see Mitch Costello involved, because I worked with his dad and a long time ago, and that's brilliant. And he's a real boxing man, and they've got good people around them. And yeah, it's been great being here. Picking up the mic was lovely. It was just like being, especially with Spencer. I've known Spencer Oliver for forever, and I think the two of us just cracked on with it, and there was plenty to talk about. A bit of everything tonight. I think we had some 50-50s, some cracking knockouts, some bit of controversy, and yeah, it was great, and that's what boxing should be about. And what I loved about it was most people say from beginning to end. It reminded me a little bit of, I went to the first boxing show I went back to was the Misfits one in Manchester, and I went because my daughter Jessamy likes Tommy Fury, so I ended up going with the Sowlands. And when I went back to that, it was obviously very different, but what really stood out was the fact that the fans stayed from beginning to end. And I think that sometimes in boxing, you go and support a fighter and then off you go, but this was great. The fans, they turn out for Sheffield, and even some fighters from Doncaster or Norfolk, and they got behind them, and it was great. It was a really good feeling and a vibe in here tonight, and it was lovely being back on the mic. I felt relaxed, and I enjoyed it, and I'm glad I came back at this sort of level with more of the grassroots, because I'm passionate about seeing how the young sort of evolve and how they move into through their stories. And there were some real stories and tales tonight, and it was just an honour to be here.
Adam, there was a really big response on social media when the news emerged that you'd be back behind the mic. I'm not sure how much of an answer I'm going to get at this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What's the long-term future? Obviously, you were part of the TalkSport broadcast tonight. You were with Sky Sports for, God, I don't know how long, ever since I started watching boxing anyway. What does the future look like for you? Will it be boxing? Will it be radio? Will it be TV? What can you tell us?
Well, I loved my journey at Sky Sports. There's some amazing people there. 28, 29 years, and it just was a fabulous ride. It was the right time to move on. New challenges ahead. I'd love to work closer with sports women and sportsmen. I really get on with fighters. I mentioned Daniel Altmaier, a tennis player at Sky. I love sort of being around them and watching their journeys and seeing them unfold. And now I've been through my ordeals myself as well, with the cancer and the hard mental and physical battle that I've had. I hope that I can give back something to them. So that's part of my plan. I'd like to do some work closer with the actual athletes. As far as the commentary goes, yeah, look, I love it. That has always been a passion and always will be. So, I quite like to do some radio. I did hospital radio back a long time ago. I used to listen to radio a great deal when I was a kid. And it's a different medium. It's a fun one. I really like the team at TalkSport. So let's see. There's Radio 5 as well. There's also other broadcasters, and everybody's got their team. They've all got commentators, and I'm here. I'm available if people want to call, and if they don't, I'll find other things to do. I've got a different perspective on life now. I think I was 24/7 into the boxing world for so long, and it took its toll on me, and I needed a break, and it was a brutal break because I had to go through a huge ordeal with the cancer battle, and still I'm cancer free, but I've got a stoma. It's not easy. I've got a tough. Different life to be accustomed to, but I'm alive, and that's the most important thing for my 3 children. I'm back behind a mic. It's my happy place. I'd love to do more.
Absolutely. Adam, while I've got you, I want to quickly pick your brain on a couple of topics in boxing. We all sort of sour the news, but we all saw the disappointing reports that, you know where I'm going, Tyson Fury, Oleksandr Usyk, scheduled for February 17th, postponed due to a cut sustained by Tyson. Just how disappointed were you when you heard the news, and what have you made of the conspiracy theories that have emerged that Fury intentionally inflicted the cut to get out of the fight? What have you made of it all?
Absolutely gutted, and like every fight fan, just you have the ups and downs, and it was a real downer. I felt awful really when I heard it. I really wanted to see the fight, and very pleased that it was rescheduled as quickly as it has been. That cut looked very serious, and I wondered if 3 months was long enough. I hope it is. I hope that it's a quick enough turnaround. Obviously, Tyson was in phenomenal shape. Always these are difficult when you peak for something and then you've got to re-go and do it all over again. So, yeah, devastated like every fight fan that it wasn't happening. Delighted that it is happening again in May, and we're getting the best heavyweights in the world, tackling each other, and AJ and maybe Ngannou are waiting in the wings, and 1 or 2 others as well. Joseph Parker was pretty good last time. Zhilei Zhang and Daniel Dubois. There's many out there that want their shot. Hrgovic, of course, too. But we've got to see it. We need to see Fury and Usyk. It's the unification. It's the first undisputed fight in the heavyweight division in 25 years, a quarter of a century. It's a long time. We've got to wait another 3 months. I think we can just about do that. As far as the conspiracy theories go, I think it's all ridiculous. And I'm a fight fan and a fight commentator, and I admire these amazing gladiators. Tyson Fury is one of those. An incredible story, a great heavyweight, and I want to see if he can beat Oleksandr Usyk. I'm not taking any notice of the nonsense that's out there, and of course, there's a lot of hype, a lot of talk, and there's things can be said from each side, and maybe it's a bit of hype too. But ultimately, these 2 guys have just got to fight, and Tyson Fury can't fight with a cut like that, and it happens. These things happen, and you got to accept it. So yeah, gutted. Think the whole conspiracy stuff is ridiculous. Just want to see the 2 of them in the ring.
I'm not going to press you for a prediction. You can give me one if you'd like. But has how you view that fight changed over, say, the last 4 or 5 months? Maybe I feel as if before Tyson's fight with Ngannou, he was a heavy favourite. Certainly the odds had him as a heavy favourite. But since then, you're seeing those have changed. A lot more people are picking Oleksandr Usyk. Has your opinion on this fight swung any recently?
I can understand that. Tyson was terrible against Francis Ngannou. He really wasn't. I mean, he wasn't at the races. It was like a spar. I don't really know. I mean, all credit to Ngannou. He was excellent, but Tyson, it was, I think, his worst performance since John McDermott. So look, he knows that. People saying, is he slightly on the slide? I don't think so. I think he just got that one wrong. I think he'll be. He wants to fight. What did he say? 5, 6 more times, maybe more. I mean, he loves it. Absolutely loves it. So. I think Tyson's still the favourite going in. He's the bigger guy. The best Tyson Fury out there is still very, very difficult to beat. But I love Oleksandr Usyk. He's been an unbelievable athlete. Amateur, professional, cruiserweight, heavyweight, and what a human being, going on the front line for his beloved Ukraine. I mean, I just have nothing but love and admiration for Oleksandr Usyk. So, I don't know, it's a really tough one to pick. I can understand why people are now leaning a little bit more to Oleksandr after just the last few months, and obviously Tyson's getting that little bit older as well. But no, I think Tyson still starts a slight favourite, but I just can't wait to see it. It's a very, very good fight, and I think it'll be a very close fight.
Very last one from me, Adam. Now, this is something that I think if I mentioned to you in your last commentary gig, you would have looked at me as if I had 2 heads. But Conor Benn, Gervonta Davis, a lot of talk about it. Do you see the appeal in that fight? Do you think there's a chance it can happen? What do you make of where Conor is in his career right now?
Yeah, I love it. I love Conor Benn. He gets out. He's passionate. He says what he believes. He's real. he's been through a huge amount, right? Let's not go there where he's been because I don't know enough about it. But what I do know is that he's got incredible guts and character, and I love the fact that he's fighting again, and I really want to see where it goes. I would love to have seen the Eubank fight. It's just it's a big fight that the casuals are going to get interested in, and Gervonta Davis, of course, has proved himself at levels above Conor Benn at the moment, but there's no reason why Conor Benn can't have that crack. Why not? Absolutely. He's not afraid of anyone, and I love it. I love Conor Benn. I think he's brilliant. But then Gervonta Davis is fabulous, and he's proven himself one of the pound-for-pound stars. And you know, it looks a big goal for Conor to close, but why not? If he gets the chance, and they both rattle each other's cage, and there's plenty of hype. People want to see entertainment, and we'll get it.
Adam, we'll wrap it up there. As I say, good to see you back in good health. Good to see you back doing what you do, and hopefully we'll be seeing and hearing a lot more of you throughout the rest of the year. Top man, Adam.
Thanks very much.